Surprise and happy Sunday. We are live in the Las Vegas Strip studio in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Bettor Center Live. I'm your host, Brad Stein. You can watch us daily, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, on the weekends, usually 7, but the days I do it, which is today, we go 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we do this on bettorcenter.com, also YouTube at Louis Diamond, and you can watch us on Facebook. Wow, week 10 of the National Football League is here. We have 4 professional sports handicappers from all over. One of them is even in a truck here to help give us a little advice, to educate us, and more importantly, give us some picks that make us some money. That sounds good, doesn't it? All right, let's introduce these 4 guys because I feel like I haven't seen them in forever. First, we have Louis Bag of Diamonds. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Then
Brad?
we have a guy named Chip Chirimbus. This guy originates from New York City, but he's right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and this guy reeks of coolness. Good morning, Chip.
Good morning, Brad. And it's great to be in Las Vegas, to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's really nice out. Can't complain. I love this weather. Walking the dog, I don't complain. Then we got this guy. He has red hair. He originates from North Carolina, but now he's in somewhere in Arizona. Who even knows? It's like a small town, but his name is Tony Gullidge, and he takes no prisoners because he won big and he's in a good mood, isn't he?
Yeah, good mood this morning. Thanks for asking, Brad.
Then there's a guy, my buddy, Del Warfield. How the heck are you?
Doing amazing, Brad. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What did you learn from yesterday, Del?
Once we're all on the same side for a game, make sure you guys hammer it. I think Tony gave out that free play on accident for Wisconsin, a blowout winner. So, really great day yesterday for us, too. So, hopefully we continue that today.
All right, going back around the mountain, Louis Diamond, what did you learn from yesterday, Saturday, in college football and National Football League today?
Well, I can't learn anything from yesterday on the National Football League from today, but what I can tell you from yesterday is no lead is safe, guys. 24-0. I'm up on us with SMU, and just no lead is safe. So I already knew that, but, to relive it again, boy, that really sucks. Thank goodness Wisconsin was there for us. We lined up, and as Del said, hopefully you took advantage of that play.
You know who you look like today, Louis? You look like Cookie Monster. I like that shade of blue. It's good on you.
I am the Cookie Monster in real life. Yes. See, you never thought you'd meet him in real life, did you?
Finally. Unmasked, too. Chip Chirimbus, what did you learn from yesterday?
Well, not necessarily from yesterday, but I know that today is the 13-year anniversary of Barry Bonds being indicted for perjury to the grand jury, for lying about steroids, and obstruction of justice. It's an anniversary for Barry Bonds.
Good job, Barry.
Happy anniversary. Yeah, that was pretty destructive for Major League Baseball. Was that you, Louis?
You ever go look at Barry Bonds' rookie card and then go look at his, his later.
Yeah, he weighed $175. Mm-hmm.
No, but what I'm saying is look at his head. His head is small. His head. Just go look at his rookie card and then go look at the end of his career. Don't tell me steroids don't blow you up.
Well, that was a little bit more than steroids. That's called human growth hormone, also called HGH. Yes. Tony Gullidge, what did you learn?
Well, I learned that it's nice when you put a lot of money on a game and it's like 21-0 before you can get your sandwich and sit down good on the couch. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh's got to be gone, right? Literally.
No.
If I was a booster for Michigan, I would be like taking donations to buy this dude out and get him out today. After that was just an abysmal performance. And also Michigan State. Good Lord, where do they find these teams that cannot move the ball and can't score? I learned Big Ten's kind of shook up this year, and after a couple more games, we'll see how the snowflakes fall.
Come on, Tony. Jim Harbaugh's not that bad. The grass isn't greener. Do they have anyone to really replace him? Who's going to come in there? They had
Oh
Rich
my
Rod.
God,
They
I
had the
could
guy.
replace him, dude. I could replace him remotely from my sofa here in Surprise, Arizona, and I feel confident I could do every bit as good as job coaching that team as he's been doing. What you saw on that field last night wasn't football, dude. It was just like a degenerated form of pickup Pop Warner. He was terrible, and his team is terrible, and they got the shit kicked out of them last night.
You definitely look more professional. You might not sound more professional with that S-bomb there, but you look more professional with that double wins or not. Thank you to YouTube. Gentlemen, we're going to go to week number 1 of the National Football League, or it's week 10, but it's our game number 1. Big game. Cincinnati Bengals. This is Louis Diamond's Joe Burrow. This isn't a typical rookie. This isn't your Bengals of last year or the year before or 2017. This is Joe Burrow's Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are coming off a humongous win against the Super Bowl favorite Dallas Cowboys. I'm joking, of course. Of course, little humor over here.
1978, here we come.
This game, the Steelers opened up -10. It is down to -6.5. Interesting.
Wow.
Over-under opened up at 49. It is now 44.5. We're going to start with Chip Chirimbus. Why is this moving so much?
Well, I would imagine it has to do with the virus and Roethlisberger's status. He has been elevated to be able to play. He hasn't practiced all week. But it's a tough game. Joe Burrow, he's been healthy all week. I know that. But the Steelers at 8-0, the only undefeated team on their way. Are they destined to end up going against the Kansas City Chiefs for the AFC title to get to the Super Bowl? I don't know how Pittsburgh responds to these guys being out and not being able to practice together. So it's very difficult. I passed on this game completely.
Joe Burrow has his hands full because Pittsburgh pressures the quarterback over 43% of the times. That's more than anyone in the NFL. They have not been friendly to opposing quarterbacks. Mr. Del Warfield, will they be friendly to Mr. Joe Burrow? That's the question.
Yeah, probably definitely not. I'm not going to be touching this game or really betting it. I mean, the Steelers are really good against, subpar opponents this year. Most of their wins coming from those type of teams. But I'm not really going to be touching this game. I'm kind of just want to see what you guys say. Louis Diamond, Joe Burrow is his man. I want to see if he has any insight on that. Maybe there's a play on the Bengals, but we'll see what these guys think.
Yeah, Louis Diamond, are you touching this with a 10-foot pole or not?
Well, I am going to touch it a little bit with maybe a 12-foot pole. How's that? So I believe that the over might be a play here once again, because Pittsburgh in that home favorite role has gone over. I believe it's 19-5 to the over the last 24 as a home favorite. So I like that because I know there's a lot of hype on Pittsburgh's defense right now, but I don't believe they're going to have a field day on Burrow today. I believe he's going to put some points on the board. I like the points a little bit here today. I am not overly sold on Pittsburgh as the best team in the AFC yet. So I think the verdict's still out on that one. So, but I like it over. I think the over is the way to go with this one today.
To play or not to play? That is Tony Gulledge's question.
Yeah, I'm always going to have an opinion on everything here. Certainly, Cincinnati's been a covering machine. I think I've noted I've actually done pretty well with this team, picked a couple good spots to bet them big. The one time that they didn't cover was the loss at Baltimore. That was really the only game they've played where they looked completely outmatched and totally lost, was that Baltimore game that they lost 27-3. Pittsburgh with some personnel issues. I don't like to put a lot of stock in that, but certainly if Roethlisberger isn't ready to play, that could be an issue, right? 8-0 teams, Pittsburgh particularly, not always great at covering these spreads, and you got a team in Cincinnati that has done a great job covering spreads. I'm going to take a stab here, and I will be playing Cincinnati. I got it at a touchdown. Obviously, when you get under 7, it starts looking less attractive, but I played Cincinnati +7 in this one.
Okay, thank you. We move on to game number 2. This is the Red Hot Redskins at the Detroit Lions. This game opened up Detroit -4. It is currently a -3 with the over-under at 46.5. And we'll stay with you, Tony G.
Wow. Yeah, this is probably one of the dumpster fire games today. I actually did not make a play on this. The lean was slightly to Detroit, but I have no faith in them to cover anything or even win. They'll find a way to blow it probably. So for me, this was a complete and total pass.
Chip Chirimbus.
Well, Tony and I finally agree on something. This is a terrible game, but
That's what I thought.
As far as the side goes, I think that Washington has a little bit more character and is a tougher team. Like Tony alluded to, this club just blows Detroit. That is, just blows lead after lead, and just seems like they make a little show at the beginning of the game and score a few points, and then what did you call him, Tony?
Pumpkinhead.
Oh, he Pumpkinhead. I was just thinking of Matthew Stafford.
I call him
Stafford. That's all he does. He's accumulated 11 years worth of statistics and no wins. So I would not take Detroit here.
Yeah, that was my nickname. I call him Matt Statford. And then Matt Ryan, I call him Matty Statty. Because that's what they do. That brings us to Del Warfield. Enlighten us, please. Game number 2. I know you have something.
Nope, still nothing here for me either. Horrible game to even watch. Both these teams, the only thing I can maybe even think about might be the under, but I'm not going to be playing this. Lions average about 20 points a game. The Redskins even under that. I think the Redskins are 0 overs, 3 unders, and 1 push in their last 4 games. So there's kind of a little bit of value, I guess, there in the under, but I don't even want to watch this game. I don't want to bet this game, so I'm staying away.
Lewis Diamond Jr. the first.
I gotta say, I'm surprised everybody's asleep at the wheel on this one here. We got Alex Smith, his big return. He's going to be starting here today, and Washington has playoff implications. The 2-6 Redskins have a potential to be in the playoffs. So that's about all I got. I'm not betting, but
putting some makeup on a turd.
What's that?
I said Lou was putting some makeup on a turd there, dude.
That's all. Just trying to make it exciting. Watch Alex and be happy for him.
After discussing those 2 red-hot games, I guess we're going to take a little break. That means we're going to go to Tony Cusimano, the man on the street. He is at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, breaking down the Raiders.
Thank you very much, Bettor Center. Your man on the street here, Tony C, at the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. I wanted to say the Oakland Raiders. Remember when this game meant something? The Orange Crush. Remember the days of Orange Crush? Craig Morton would come into town. They'd play Kenny Stabler, the Snake. All right, anyway, those days are long gone. I'm dating myself, crew. So here we are, divisional matchup, AFC West. I think a lot rides on the line here. Denver's still very much alive in the playoff picture at 3-5. Against the home team of the Las Vegas Raiders at 5-3. The only other thing I can really think of here is we've got a divisional matchup, and all of the oxygen in the AFC West right now is going to the Kansas City Chiefs, but and of course the quarterback, Mr. Mahomes. But I tell you, Derek Carr has certainly been putting some numbers up, and he's really going under the radar, you could say here. Especially with the last 2 weeks. Now, they did squeak out a win versus the Chargers last week. The Raiders did, and they did it without several key players on the offensive line, obviously the defensive side of the ball. So right now we're currently looking at Raiders are -3.5. It's tilted to 4 in some books here locally in Las Vegas. Over and under is 50.5. A division matchup. I got to tell you, the last time these two teams met, it was Denver 16 and the Raiders 15. Of course, that's when they were the quote-unquote Oakland Raiders. So, the momentum is definitely with the Raiders coming in with 2 straight road victories. At Cleveland 2 weeks ago, that low-scoring affair of 16-6, and then last week at the LA Chargers. So, with that, my routine saying is I'm going to throw it back to the guys in the studio. I want to know, what do you guys think? Are we leaning Denver with the points, with that hook in there, that 3.5, that infamous hook? You know, these division games are a lot of times divided by a field goal or less. The total. Do we see Denver? They're like the weather. Are they going to score points, or are they going to, keep this an under game? So with that, let's go back to the eye candy of the crew, Mr. Chip Chirimbus. What do you think, Chip?
That's exactly who I was going to throw it to. Denver's won the last 12 out of 17 meetings against these Oakland Raiders. Does that mean anything to you, Chip?
Yeah, because I'm sort of a guy that when a series goes one way, that believes that the beat goes on and it'll continue to go on the same way. Gruden's done a great job with this Raider team, and they're controlling the ball. Carr isn't throwing the ball upfield as much as you might imagine, but they've got a running game now with Jacobs, and they're playing a controlled possession offense. I think this game may stay under the total. I would lean toward the visitor here as far as points are concerned if I was going to take a side. But believe it or not, I think this game goes under.
Louis Bag of Diamonds, you have disrespected the Raiders. You said you have made a killing betting against them all these years. That's your hometown. Are you going to buy some of this Derek Carr against this weak Broncos secondary that has struggled the last 4 out of 5 games against quarterbacks? We don't hear you. You are mute right now. Your vocal cords are disassembled. But you still look like Cookie Monster.
All right. There we go. I sneezed and I forgot I had to turn that off. So I said I submit to you, Sir Bradford, the King. I have to roll with my home team, the Las Vegas Raiders. I never thought I'd say that. So, but anyways, but I'm going to have to really disagree here with Chip on that total. Last 3 games, Denver's really given up some points, almost 36 points a game. Derek Carr is really like you did say, flying under. I think it was Cusimano said he's flying under the radar. He's definitely flying under the radar right now. So I think this is, I think this plays an over opportunity. I definitely like the Raiders in this scenario, but I would probably pull the Raiders on the teaser. But I like the over here today. I think this is a chance where the Raiders can actually throw some points on the board and probably take a commanding second-place lead in the AFC West.
Del Warfield, I know you want to get in on this action, the AFC West. Yes, Del Warfield.
Okay.
Del Warfield, can you hear me? Okay. We'll move to Tony Gullidge.
Yes, I'm still here. Oh, man. Talking about Denver and the Raiders. Man, Raiders, 2 straight road wins, right? God, that's scary. You get 2 straight up road wins, and then you come home to play a game laying 3.5 Broncos. I tell you what, that last week I'm a little salty because I had the Chargers, and it came literally down to the last play. So Denver on the road has not done too bad. They hung with Pittsburgh, I think, early in the year. So they're going to give you a good, strong effort, on the road. I want to note for the Raiders, I want to say they're 4-1 away from home and only 1-2 at home. I did not bet this game, but I would certainly lean to Denver here. Doesn't look like a great handicapping spot for the Raiders coming home off 2 straight up road wins like that. This is just not a great spot for them. Opinion for me on Denver.
Thank you, Tony. Now we're going to move back to Del, who I think might be ignoring me. AFC West, Mr. Del. There you go.
No, I'm sorry. I was just having a little connection issues. I'm sorry. But yeah, I actually agree here with Louis Diamond on this over. The Raiders' defense is very suspect. I think that the Denver Broncos do have enough weapons to actually put up points here today. And the Raiders are kind of built around that offense too. So I definitely see points in this game. I actually do like the over. I do agree with Louis. Bag of Diamonds that the over will be a good play today for this game.
All right, thank you for watching us on bettorcenter.com. This is Bettor Center Live. I'm your host, Brad Stein. We have 4 amazing professional handicappers right here, and we're moving to game number 3 here, week 10 of the National Football League. That is the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland minus 2.5, little home favorite there. It is now currently at -4, so it did move a little bit with an over-under. Look at this. Opened up at 55.5, and now it's 45. Louis Diamond, what's going on?
Well, what's going on is you got some people bouncing
Bad
back.
weather.
Well, yes, we definitely got some bad
weather
weather in the game. We got Cleveland getting some players back. So you got actually, I think Wednesday was the first time that Mayfield got back to the field. Chubb came back. Not sure of his status. If it is, probably not going to be very impactful today. But either way, I'm still liking these Browns here today. More or less wanting to fade the Texans. You know, now they're sitting down talking about Romeo Crennel sticking around as the head coach, which I'm bringing out the pom-poms because I want him to stay there so I can bet against the Texans. And I'm not sure – really, I'm not sure what J.J. Watt's mind is at, but I think he'd probably rather be on the Steelers right now with his brother. So I think they're asleep. I think they got golf clubs, and I think Cleveland blows them out today. I don't think it's close.
Are the Cleveland Browns the most inconsistent offense in the NFL? They have scored either 30-plus points or 7 points or less in every single game. They either get totally shut down or they explode. Thoughts? Chip Chirimbus.
Well, my first thoughts when looking at this matchup is that these are 2 teams that I love to fade. I mean, Houston's been absolutely terrible. And like you just mentioned, Cleveland's been very inconsistent. The thing that concerns me about this game is how short the line is for the home team. The Browns have the better record. We know how bad the Texans have been. And they're giving you an opportunity to bet against the Texans and lay under a field goal here. I think it's more of a come on. And I don't like this game at all. I'm not using it at all. But my first instinct is that I would take Houston and probably get my brains kicked in once again.
Del, do you agree or disagree?
I'm definitely agreeing that this is one that I'm staying away from as well. Baker Mayfield only does good against bad competition. He has bad competition here again today. So the wins are going to play a heavy factor too. I don't see a lot of passing. Kind of takes the Deshaun Watson X factor a little bit away. Kind of rely on him to keep the Texans in the game himself. But I think it's going to be a run-heavy game. If it is going to be a run-heavy game like that, I do lean the Browns. I'm not going to be touching it, staying away from this one. See what you guys think.
Even if our next handicapper doesn't touch this game, I guarantee he will talk about this game. Tony G, take it away.
Yeah, I hope we're going through this process like we're eating the bad food first so we can get to the dessert at the end of the meal, right? Because these games
I'm gonna have to skip around here.
Yeah, we're really going down the well with these games. Handicapping wise, Cleveland is the play. It smells bad. Houston potential. I'm almost in the same boat with Chip here. We're on the same end of the canoe. If I had to take this game, it would be Houston. I'm personally not betting it, but it's scary looking at Cleveland with the spread where it is. It should be higher. I'm passing this game.
All right, guys, let's move ahead to game number 7. Like you said, this is the Buffalo Bills at the Arizona Cardinals. This game opened up with a 49 over-under. It is currently at 55.5. -1.5 Cardinals, -2.5 now. Chip, thoughts?
I like this matchup, Brad. I really do. Last week we had Buffalo against Seattle, and that was a great place for us. And now I'm looking for the Bills, who haven't covered 4 of the last 5, actually, to stumble going to Arizona. Arizona fell flat against Miami last week, as everyone does when they play Miami. And I think Arizona at home was in the spot, and I think Buffalo on the road just isn't the same. I think they're going to have their problems today. I'm looking for Kyle Murray to have a great day against this suspect defense of Buffalo, particularly on the passing aspects of it. I mean, Russell Wilson for 362 yards last week, and he lost the game. So I would play Arizona here without any question.
Outstanding insight, Mr. Chip Chirimbus. Don't forget to check out our website, bettercenter.com. That's where you can watch a show and get our expertise from our professional handicappers. All right, we move ahead to Del Warfield. I know you like this game. You have to, or else.
I do. Absolutely love this game. It's actually my favorite game today. I am also going to be on the Cardinals. I love them. So Cards are kind of coming off that, heartbreaking loss against the Dolphins last week at home, losing it, and the Bills are coming off a pretty good home win against the Seattle Seahawks here. Because of that, all the public action is actually coming on the Bills. Line opened up at 1.5, up to 2.5 now for the Cardinals. I love this game. My favorite game today is the Cardinals -2.5. Let's go.
Bag of Diamonds. Did Buffalo already win their Super Bowl, beating the Patriots, beating one of the NFC's elite with a horrible defense, the Seattle Seahawks? Now they're on the road from East Coast to West Coast. Your thoughts?
Perfect spot for them to shit the bed. That's all
Saw
I
that
can.
coming.
This is their spot where I don't think they put it together. Now, listen, I don't go to town on a Buffalo game just because it's my little nemesis, but I got to align with these two gentlemen here that Arizona is probably a very solid play. And as you know, I'll be riding that over train. Going to score some points today.
They certainly are. They're one of the only teams that average over 250 yards in the air and 28 plus points in the National Football League. Tony G, what do you think?
Right. So Buffalo, two wins at home, take to the road, always a tricky spot handicapping wise. Arizona, I'm going to be honest, I had them last week. I was a little disappointed coming off the bye week. They just didn't get it done against Miami. Defense is the part that really let us down. I don't know who had Arizona last week, but it was certainly disappointing the way they kind of gave that game up at the end. But I'm going to dip back in that well again this week with these guys. I think we're going to agree on this one all the way around. Even though I think they were given 5 last week, now it's field goal or less. Now it keeps coming down, so we're under a field goal against another AFC East opponent. But I think you get them in a little better spot here with, like I say, Buffalo, 2 straight up home wins, now going on the road. Tough spot for them. So I'm going to agree with the crew, and I really like Arizona today. It's one of my better plays.
All right. Thank you, Tony G. Quick little trivia question. Kyler Murray is 5'10". He has a great shot of making the Pro Bowl. Who knows the last quarterback to make the Pro Bowl 5'10" or less?
Doug
Flutie.
Very good. Okay, I knew that was an easy one, quick one. Good job, guys. And, well, of course, Buffalo Bills, Doug Flutie made perfect sense. All right, here's a fun game. It's game number 8, Eugene. Game number 8. It's the LA Chargers. See, I got the San Diego out of there finally. At the Miami Dolphins. And this game opened up at -1 for Miami. It's currently at -1.5, over under 47, which is currently at 49. The Dolphins defense, pretty tough. They're at home. It's still a little humid in South Florida. I talked to the family the other day. We're going to start with Tony G. Please continue.
Okay, Miami obviously got the momentum off the big road win. They won twice with Tua playing. The start last week, I'm going to confess, I did not expect the kid to look as good as he did. He looked poised in the fourth quarter. Their team moved the ball, and they won a big road game. I didn't think they had a chance to win last week, and they did. So in this situation against the Chargers, off a disappointing home loss, right? Down to the last play. Initially, they thought they'd won. Then they go to the replay booth, and you could clearly see it wasn't a catch. Chargers lose the game. I like Miami in this spot. It's the feel. I don't like to go against the momentum of a team playing well, and Miami certainly has the momentum. And the Chargers is hit or miss for them, and I think today they're probably going to miss. I think Miami's going to get a win here.
Okay, for you fantasy cool dudes, the Chargers have allowed the top 5 most fantasy points against quarterbacks. Tua Tagovailoa in his third career start looked great last week, just like Tony said. Chip, what do you think for this game?
This would be the most interesting play of the day when you think that Miami, who's on a winning streak, and that the San Diego team, this LA team has only won 2 games this season. Herbert has led them to the number 2 offense, but not to any wins. And I think this number is very suspect with Miami playing the way they are, being under a field goal. I think that the Chargers are going to come in here and pick up an outright win.
Thank you, Mr. Chip Chirimbus. Does anyone have anything to say about this stat right here? California teams, when you have starting rookie quarterbacks from California, they are 1-13-1 in the Eastern time zone. Here we go. Justin Herbert, rookie quarterback, LA, West Coast, and from Oregon, coming over here to the East Coast. Miami Dolphins, it's hot, humid, and it's nasty defense. Louis Bag of Diamonds, please take it away.
Those are some pretty interesting numbers there, Mr. Brad. Half a bag of diamonds. I'm going to have to upgrade you to 3/4 bag of diamonds. That was some tasty numbers. But I'm going to say that this is a spot for. I'm going to agree with Chip here. This is going to be the spot for Herbert to get his win. Miami, big wins. I know they're riding a big wave right now, but I think that the wave comes to not a screeching halt. I think we're going to get a great game. In fact, I think this is probably going to be one of the most exciting games of the day. So, but I would have to agree with Chip here. I would have to say the Chargers, and I do want to throw a little plug in for the website because Ross Benjamin is not here today, but he did load up that cart with some winners for you today. So please stop by bettorcenter.com, have a look. I got my AFC total of the year today, only $99. Normally it's a nickel for something like that. It's coming in. It's going to be a solid winner. Hopefully you'll take advantage of it, but please take a look at Ross. He's got a lot of plays out there, very inexpensive to get yourself a winning day. I know Tony's got some stuff out there. There's my commercial. Back to you, Brad.
Why, thank you, Louis Diamond the first, Junior the first. That brings us to Del Warfield and his fabulous opinion.
Yep. So I actually like the Chargers today. So Chargers, their record might be a little bit deceiving. They've been playing pretty good. I mean, they took Kansas City to overtime. They dominated the Buccaneers until like that last, half of the fourth quarter when they ended up blowing it. They've been blowing games that they should have been winning. A lot of heartbreaking losses. So I think this Chargers team is way better than their record shows. They've been playing really competitive in all their games. I like the Chargers here. That line opened up at -3 for the Dolphins, down to 1.5. 60% of the bets are actually coming in on the Dolphins. I like the reverse line movement. I love the Chargers here. I think Herbert's better than Tua, so I'm riding with the Chargers here. Let's go, Chargers.
And now, Eugene, please, drum roll. Because it is time for the most interesting play of the day. And we're going to start with you, Del W. Because you were talking, you're going to continue. Please. Did you hear me? Del W. He's folding papers there, going through.
If this is on me, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a connection.
That's back on you. Yeah, going to stay with you. Most interesting play. Del? No? Okay.
Right.
That's fine. We're going to go to Chip Chirimbus, the Chipster. Most interesting play.
Well, I could come back and say the Chargers, but I think a great game on the West Coast in Los Angeles, where the Rams are going to be hosting Seattle. Seattle comes in with a 1-game lead, and we know that their defense has been atrocious. Ross has mentioned it a number of times, number 32 in the NFL. The Rams are coming off that loss to Miami where they outgained them by almost 300 yards total and lost the game by over 10 points. I think the Rams have had an extra week to prepare. I know they've had an extra week to prepare, and I think they're going to be ready. I'm going to take the LA Rams over Seattle.
I am not surprised. This could be the demise of the Seattle Seahawks. Do you know that Griffin is also out of this game? And I think one of their top cornerbacks is questionable. This could be really bad news for the Seattle Seahawks. All right, Mr. Louis Diamond Jr. the first, please. Most interesting play of the day.
My most interesting play will be a very obvious play. We really haven't talked too much about it, but the Bills and the Cardinals, we did talk about, but the over we really didn't talk about. How are you not riding this play over? I know it's moved from 49 to 55.5 and even 56. I still don't think it's a high enough number. I think the over is the play here with the Bills and the Cardinals.
No respect for the Bills' defense, huh, Louis?
Nah,
No,
not much.
not much. All right, Tony Gullidge, most interesting play of the day.
Yeah, let's go to my Carolina Panthers home today. They're hosting Tampa Bay. Right off the top, a divisional game. Tampa Bay does not sweep the Panthers very much. In fact, it's one of the teams that the Panthers have a winning record against in this division over the course of the franchise. Also, Teddy Bridgewater now 22-5 against the spread as a starting quarterback in the NFL. It's kind of crazy. Love Carolina as a home dog. So there's several things I like about this spot. You would look and see that the Buccaneers got crushed. You expect to bounce back. Perhaps they do bounce back, but this game's coming down to the finish. Don't expect Tampa Bay to easily get a sweep against Carolina, something I was looking back to find the last time they actually swept both games. I didn't get to it before I stopped looking. So it's been several years since Tampa Bay has won both games against the Panthers. So you can get the Panthers as a 6-point home underdog against a team that doesn't sweep them. And a quarterback that's about 75% against the spread as a starting quarterback. So Carolina Panthers, most interesting play. Just to let you guys know real quick that I have my Bookie Buster best bet play up at the website. Yesterday, we crushed it with Wisconsin, and hopefully looking to do the same with this one today. So be sure to check that out. And back to you, Brad.
Dale, are you done fumbling your papers like Danny Jones does to footballs? Are you ready to give us your most interesting play of the day?
Yes. So for my most interesting play of the day today, I'm actually going between the 49ers and the Saints. I like this game going under. I'm pretty sure it'll open up in the 50s. I see it at 49 right now. So I do like this game going under. San Francisco's great defense. Saints got a really good defense, probably underrated. 60% of the money is coming on the over. Reverse down. I love the under today for the 49ers versus the Saints at 49.
All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your football. Watch it. Breathe it. But don't forget to go to bettorcenter.com, go to the shopping cart, get some of these expertise, some of the greatest great sports handicappers around the country. Thank you, Mr. Eugene and Spotlight Film Productions, for keeping us on air. Thank you, Louis Diamond, Tony Gullidge, Dale Warfield, and of course, the Chipster, Chip Chirimbus. I'm Brad Stein. Again, watch us daily, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, like tomorrow during the week, 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Sometimes we do 8 a.m. on Sundays, so I can take care of the old son and the doggy because he has to go out for walks. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Also, YouTube, Louis Diamond, Facebook. That's the way we do this. Get out of here. Football. Sport of Kings.